Lisa and Angelo had just welcomed their first child, a boy they named Lucky because as soon as he was born, Angelo received a promotion that relocated them to a different city, along with a generous raise and the promise of a big house. As they moved in, night fell on their first day. The atmosphere in the house felt thick with unease. Lucky cried frequently, and every time Lisa walked past the old wooden staircase, chills danced along her spine. It felt as if the walls were watching, the shadows shifting just out of sight. Days turned into restless weeks. One evening, Lisa felt an inexplicable urge to investigate the basement. Gathering courage, she opened the basement door. The stairs creaked under her weight as she descended into the dim light. At the bottom, she found an empty room, but a chill swept through her when she noticed something in the corner, a flicker of movement. A pale figure stepped into view, a child with hollow eyes and an unnatural smile. Lisa froze. "Lucky is mine," the figure whispered. She bolted back upstairs, panicking. "Angelo, we need to talk!" she shouted, breathless with fear. But instead of comforting her, Angelo looked pale and shaken. "I felt it too. Something is wrong with this place." They put Lucky to bed, but instead of the peaceful silence they hoped for, the baby monitor crackled to life, echoing the same chilling whisper. "Lucky is mine." Panic surged through Lisa and Angelo as they raced to Lucky's room. But when they entered, they found the crib empty, and everything went dark. When they opened their eyes, they found themselves standing in the living room, disoriented and confused. A movement in the dusty mirror caught their attention, and they turned to see a horrifying reflection of their own lifeless bodies on the floor, eyes wide open in terror. In that moment, the truth crashed down on them. They weren't alive anymore. Memories of their final moments flooded back, the suffocating darkness, the chilling whispers that surrounded them, and that last breath they never took. They had perished the first night they entered this house, victims of an evil spirit known as Morgath, summoned by a witch who once lived in the area. This dark entity had haunted the house for over 100 years, claiming the souls of anyone who dared to call it home. The previous owners had hidden the house's dark history, eager to sell it to Angelo's company. They were unaware of the town's legends and didn't believe in such things. Little did they know, the house had never claimed its original inhabitants because the witch had bound it to the property. Instead, it haunted them with terrifying dreams, driving them to paranoia and desperate attempts to find new tenants. On their first night, Lisa felt a parched throat and quietly went to the kitchen for a glass of water. In the silence, the atmosphere thickened with dread. While she was gone, the demon took its chance. It slithered into Angelo's mind, whispering dark thoughts, turning his heart against Lisa. When she returned, the kitchen was eerily still. Suddenly, Angelo, now possessed, turned to her with eyes devoid of warmth, filled only with malice. Lisa barely had time to comprehend the horror unfolding before her as the demon drove Angelo to commit unspeakable acts. The gruesome struggle that ensued left Lisa lifeless on the floor, her eyes wide with terror. But the horror didn't end there. Morgath, now fully in control of Angelo's body, turned its insatiable hunger toward their infant son, Lucky. With a twisted sense of satisfaction, it consumed the child in a frenzy, leaving no trace of the innocent life that once thrived within the home. Once its thirst for blood was quenched, Morgath took Angelo's own life, using the last remnants of his spirit to close the cycle. The house had claimed its victims, and Morgath lay in wait for the next family to arrive. Each time they began to remember their tragic fate, a dark fog would descend upon their minds, shrouding their memories in confusion. They were forced to forget the details of their deaths, made to relive the horror over and over again. Every time the memories returned, they felt the weight of their loss more acutely, recalling not just their deaths, but the multiple ways they had met their gruesome end, twisting and contorting in agony. One fateful night, Lisa felt an inexplicable pull to the living room. There, she saw a new mother cradling her baby in her arms. "You have to leave!" Lisa cried, her voice trembling with urgency, but the woman merely stared, confused and scared. "Why? What's wrong?" she asked, eyes wide with fear. "But I just moved here. Who are you? I don't want to die!" The woman screamed, her voice trembling with panic. "Please, you have to leave before it's too late," Lisa begged. As the woman turned to flee, Lisa's heart raced with hope. But then she froze. From the corner of her eye, she saw the husband of the woman emerge from the shadows with a knife. She realized the cycle restarted. Enjoyed the video? Hit like and subscribe for more horror content. Share your thoughts in the comments below.